students from Sunbeam School Balia and our team name is Phoenix. And today we are going to talk about a very underrated topic, that is peer pressure, a term Gen Zs must be aware. Now people usually talk about peer pressure as just doing what others want, but it's more deeper than that. The truth is, it's our own desire to belong, that craving to be accepted, recognized and not feel left out. So, to explore more about this topic, today I have with me my friend Sivalika, who will be guiding us that we all just want to fit in somewhere or there is more to it. Welcome Sivalika.
Thank you for the introduction, Vidya. Honestly, talking about peer pressure feels like opening up a teenager's diary. Because all of us, in one way or another, has lived through it.
Okay, so without any further ado, let's start. So my very first question is, when you hear the term peer pressure, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
So, the first thought is heaviness, like this invisible weight sitting on my shoulders and ultimately ending up in whispering, blend in or you'll be left behind.
Interesting. Okay, moving on. My second question is, do you think that peer pressure is always negative or can sometimes it can be a positive force like helping us to improve?
No, peer pressure isn't always negative. Sometimes it's the push we all need in our life. Our friends cheering you on to participate in a competition or to do better in studies. This pressure will ultimately gonna help you, right? But when the peer pressure forces you to compromise your composure, to compromise yourself, that's when it becomes dangerous or poisonous.
Okay, so it's a mixture of both positive as well as negative. Fine, moving on. Can you recall a moment where you felt like if I do not do this, I'll be left out?
Yes, definitely. For me, it was learning all those over the top Gen Z slangs, which I actually find cringe. But when my friends use them in conversations, I force myself to learn it too, just so I wouldn't feel myself just nodding without understanding.
Okay, a very true example. A lot of people say that peer pressure is just the fear of rejection. Do you think it's the same way or there's more to it?
I think it's both. Fear makes you say, don't kick me out. And hunger makes you whisper, please let me in. Together, they trap you.
Okay, a very interesting answer. Moving on. Do you think that deep down we all just want to fit in somewhere or there are some people genuinely free from this desire?
What I feel is almost all of us want to fit in. Some people show that they don't care much, but deep down, everyone is craving for that one space where they are accepted.
Yes, that's very true. Okay, moving on. Can you recall a time where you did something just to fit in, but later on realized that it wasn't really you?
Yes, I do remember one. Once I went to a group outing, which I didn't feel like. Later, I regretted and thought I could have just stayed home and watched Sinchan instead.
A very nice example. Okay, so do you think that, why do you think that this pressure, this desire of belonging is so strong in teenage years?
I believe teenage years are all about discovering yourself. And belonging gives you a sense of safety and confidence that helps you grow.
Okay, moving on. Do you feel that social media is making it more worse because there is not just a friend circle, it's a global standard of coolness?
See what happened? Earlier, peer pressure ended when school ended. But now, it follows you everywhere. Snapchat, Instagram, FB. These are like 24/7 reminders that you're not trendy enough.
Bang on, that's such a genuine example. Okay. There is a thin line between being inspired by peers and being pressured by them. How do we know when we have crossed that line?
See, Inspiration is when you feel like I want to do this, but pressure is when you feel I have to do this, otherwise people gonna judge me. What happens? One builds you, but the another destroys you. One shapes you, but the another reshapes you in something you are not.
Yes, that's very true. If anyone listening to this podcast feels trapped in peer pressure, what's that one way or advice you can give so that they can reconnect with their true self?
One thing I would suggest is to step back and give yourself space to breathe. See, this could be done through journaling, listening to music, taking walks, and even just by sitting with your thoughts. Because what happens, the core idea is all about reducing the outside noise so that you can hear your own inner voice. Because peer pressure isn't about avoiding people, it's about reconnecting with true self.
That's such an incredible idea. Moving on, what do you think? Being different in today's world is harder or easier because we can find our kind of people online?
I think it's both. Online communities give you people who get you even if they are miles away. But at the same time, there's constant judgment, constant comparison, and these trends changing every second. Earlier, it was Pretty Little Baby, and now Damian Girl.
Unke.
It's easier to find being different is easier to find support for, but harder to maintain without doubting yourself, because it's like internet gives you wings just like Red Bull gives you wings, but the difference is the internet keeps weighing the wings down.
That's such a true opinion. Okay. One advice you would like to give to your younger self about belonging and peer pressure, so what that would be?
I would say her, don't shrink yourself to fit in a box someone else built. Belonging doesn't mean losing your identity. It means finding a space where your identity feels safe. And maybe I would whisper a poetic reminder to her, and that is, a flower never inquires a garden, am I enough? It just blooms, and that's enough.
That's very true. Okay, so time for a rapid fire round. My very first question: If peer pressure was a person, what would you say to it?
I'd say that stop pretending to be my friend. You don't care for me at all. You just want me to lose my identity. From now, I'm not gonna listen you. I'm gonna make my own choices.
Okay. What's cooler, fitting in or standing out?
Of course, standing out, cause it makes you different.
Yes, that's very true. Okay. If you could ban one fashion trend, what would that be?
Those neon color tops and skinny fits. I don't like them at all.
Very true. That's going to hurt some egos there, but truth must be spoken. Okay, last question. If peer pressure was a food, what would it taste like?
Pani puri with extra spiciness. Even though you don't want to try it, but everyone around is like hyping it up, so you have to give it a try. So that's like what I feel like.
Wow, this has been such an interactive session today. We all realized something big. Peer pressure is not just what others want, it's our desire to belong. It's our desire that shapes our choices, our identities, and even who we become. So thank you, Sivalika, for sharing your thoughts. To everyone listening there, remember, you don't always need to shrink to fit in the world. Sometimes the world can expand to fit you in. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Jai Hind.